Cao Cao feared Yuan Shao. Chen Deng offered advice to Liu Bei, saying, "The one Cao Cao fears most right now is Yuan Shao. Yuan Shao has great power, many troops, and strong generals. Why not write him a letter and ask for help?" Liu Bei hesitated. "I have never had much contact with Yuan Shao, and I just defeated his younger brother. Why would he help me?" Chen Deng replied, "There is one man, an old family friend of Yuan Shao's clan. If he writes the letter, Yuan Shao will surely help. Do you know who it is? The very scholar you have long respected, Master Zhang Kongcheng." Only then did Liu Bei recall that it was Zhang Xian. Zhang Xian was a learned man who had studied under Ma Rong. When Ma Rong lectured, students sat in the front while singers and courtesans sat behind, but Zhang Xian studied diligently for 3 years without distraction. Ma Rong admired him and said Zhang was the only one to grasp the true essence of his teachings. Even the maids in Zhang's household understood poetry and classics. Once, when one maid was punished and mocked with a verse, she immediately replied with another poem, displaying talent. Zhang Xian once held the post of Shangshu minister, but resigned in protest against eunuch misrule and returned to Shuzhou. Liu Bei had studied under him in his early years, and after becoming governor of Shuzhou, he often sought Zhang's advice. Remembering Zhang Xian, Liu Bei rejoiced. He and Chen Deng went to ask Zhang for help. Zhang gladly agreed, wrote a letter, and gave it to Liu Bei, who immediately dispatched Sun Qian to deliver it overnight to Yuan Shao. When Yuan Shao received the letter, he thought, "Liu Bei defeated my brother, so I should not aid him. But since Zhang Xian himself has spoken, I cannot refuse." He then gathered his officers to discuss a campaign against Cao Cao. Among Yuan Shao's advisors, Tianfeng said, "After years of war, the people suffer and food supplies are scarce. Now is not the time for a major expedition. We should first send a report of victory to the emperor. If Cao Cao obstructs it, then we will have rightful cause to attack, and by advancing step by step, within 3 years success is certain." Shen Pei disagreed. "With your fame and power, defeating Cao Cao is easy. Why wait?" Zhu Shou said, "Victory does not depend on numbers alone. Cao Cao enforces strict discipline, unlike Gong Sun Zan who sat waiting to die. To advance rashly without just cause may bring trouble." Guan argued, "Attacking Cao Cao is a righteous act. If we strike quickly, both officers and soldiers will support it. This is a great opportunity." The four argued endlessly, and Yuan Shao wavered. At that moment, Su Yu and Sun Chen entered. Asked for their opinion, both supported immediate attack. "With more against fewer, and under the banner of supporting the court, we should move." Yuan Shao was pleased and resolved to march. He sent Sun Qian back to inform Zhang Xian, and also wrote to Liu Bei to coordinate. He appointed Shen Pei and Feng Ji as commanders, Tianfeng, Sun Chun, and Su Yu as strategists, Yan Liang and Wen Chou as generals, and gathered 300,000 troops, setting off toward Liang. Guan further advised, "If we are to attack Cao Cao, we must first list his crimes in a proclamation, sending it across the land to make the cause legitimate." Yuan Shao agreed and ordered Chun Lin to draft the proclamation. Chun Lin, with his remarkable literary talent, immediately composed a long document detailing Cao Cao's crimes and calling on all under heaven to rise against him. The contents of the proclamation were as follows. A wise ruler must prevent chaos. Loyal ministers must seize the chance to act in troubled times. In the past, power grabbers like Zhao Gao or the favorites of Empress Lu caused disaster, but justice eventually destroyed them. Loyal officials who removed them became models for posterity. The main attack was on Cao Cao. His grandfather Cao Tung had been a eunuch, his father Cao Song bought his office with bribes, and Cao Cao himself was treacherous and fond of rebellion. When Yuan Shao once joined forces with Cao Cao against Dong Zhuo, Cao Cao proved incompetent, suffering repeated defeats, and had to rely on the Yuan family to survive. Later, Cao repaid kindness with betrayal, oppressing the people, killing loyal ministers, and causing widespread hatred. It listed further crimes: usurping power, murdering officials, digging open imperial tombs, looting treasures, even organizing tomb-robbing troops. Though he held the title of one of the three excellencies, he behaved like a bandit, harming state and people alike. His harsh decrees left the people in misery. History had rarely seen such evil. The document also accused Cao Cao of wolfish ambition, plotting against loyalists, isolating the Han court, aiding Gongsun against imperial orders, now occupying Ao Tsang to resist the strong with the weak. Yuan Shao's forces, strong and numerous, divided into 4 routes, would strike with heaven and earth united, and Cao Cao's army, already demoralized, would collapse at once. Finally, it promised rich rewards. Whoever could kill Cao Cao would be enfeoffed with 5,000 households and 50 million coins. All others who surrendered would be pardoned. The proclamation was posted throughout the land, summoning all to punish the traitor. The proclamation quickly spread. At that time, Cao Cao was bedridden with headaches. When he read it, he was shocked, broke out in cold sweat, and suddenly recovered, asking, "Who wrote this?" His men told him it was Chun Lin. Cao Cao laughed. "It's one thing to write articles, another to fight battles. Yuan Shao has letters but no strategy, it will do him no good." He then gathered his advisors. Kong Rong urged, "Yuan Shao is strong. It would be best to reconcile." Sun Yu disagreed. "Yuan Shao is of little use. Reconciliation is unnecessary." Kong Rong argued, "Yuan Shao has vast lands and troops. His advisors include Su Yu, Guatu, Shun Pei, Feng Ji, able men. Tian Feng and Zhu Shou are loyal strategists. Yan Liang and Wen Chou are unmatched in valor, and there are generals like Gao Lan and Zhang He. How can you say he is useless?" Sun Yu smiled. "Yuan Shao may have many men, but they lack cohesion. Tian Feng is obstinate, Su Yu greedy and foolish, Shun Pei stubborn and short-sighted, Feng Ji brave but witless. They cannot cooperate and will sow discord. Yan Liang and Wen Chou are mere brutes. One battle will defeat them. The rest, however many, will be of no avail." Kong Rong had no reply. Cao Cao laughed. "All lies within Wenruo's calculations." He then sent Liu Bei and Wang Zhong with 50,000 men, under the Chancellor's banner, to attack Liu Bei. Liu Bei, once inspector of Yenzhou, had surrendered to Cao. This time, he and Wang Zhong led the army. Meanwhile, Cao Cao himself marched with 200,000 troops to Liang against Yuan Shao, leaving Zhang Ba to guard Qing and Su, Eugene and Li Dian to guard the river, and Chao Run at Guandu, while he briefly returned to Xuchang. Liu Bei and Wang Zhong camped with 50,000 men 100 li from Shuzhou, merely displaying Chao's banners without advancing, waiting for news from Hebei. Liu Bei, unsure of Cao Cao's true situation, held his forces in check, sending only scouts. Later, when Cao Cao urged them to attack, they argued in camp, finally drawing lots. Wang Zhong drew the lot, and had to lead half the force against Shuzhou. Hearing the enemy was coming, Liu Bei consulted Chen Deng. "Though Yuan Shao has marched to Liang, his men are divided and progress is slow. I don't know if Cao is truly here, yet his banners are displayed. What does this mean?" Chen Deng analyzed. "Cao Cao is cunning. His main effort is surely in Hebei. This is but a feint with false banners." Liu Bei asked which brother would verify it. Zhang Fei volunteered, but Liu Bei worried about his rashness. Zhang Fei bristled at the slight. Guan Yu then offered to go, and Liu Bei agreed. Guan Yu led 3,000 troops from the city in bitter winter snow. They set up camp and arrayed for battle. Guan Yu challenged Wang Zhong. Wang asked, "Since the Chancellor is here, why do you not surrender?" Guan Yu replied, "Let the Chancellor come out. I have words for him." Wang said he would not come. Guan Yu feigned retreat, lured Wang into pursuit, then wheeled and seized him with his blade, capturing him alive. Brought before Liu Bei, Wang admitted the banners were a ruse, and that the Chancellor was not present. Liu Bei treated him with wine and food, held him under guard, intending to deal with him after capturing Liu Dai. When Zhang Fei saw his brother capture Wang Zhong, he too wished to capture Liu Dai. Liu Bei cautioned that Liu Dai was a senior noble and not to be underestimated. Zhang Fei insisted, swearing he would pay with his life if he erred. Liu Bei reluctantly gave him 3,000 men to try. Learning that Wang Zhong had been taken, Liu Dai stayed in camp and refused battle. Zhang Fei taunted him daily at the gates. Recognizing Zhang, Liu Dai dared not emerge. Zhang then pretended drunkenness, threatened to execute soldiers for sacrifice, but secretly released them, letting them spread rumors. Liu Dai, hearing of a raid, abandoned camp and set ambushes outside. That night Zhang Fei attacked in 3 directions. One small band set fires inside, 2 wings struck from behind, and Zhang himself cut off retreat. Liu Dai's army fell into chaos and scattered. Liu Dai fled with remnants, but ran into Zhang Fei, who seized him alive. His men surrendered. Zhang reported back. Liu Bei rejoiced, personally met them, dismounted, and freed Liu Dai, explaining that killing Che Zhou had been a misunderstanding. He asked them to return and tell Cao that he bore no treason. The next day, Liu Bei returned their troops and escorted them out. But soon Zhang Fei suddenly blocked the road, cursing, "My brother has no judgment. Why release these traitors?" Terrified, Liu Dai and Wang nearly fell from their horses. Guan Yu hastened to stop Zhang, saying, "Since our elder brother released them, we cannot disobey." Zhang grumbled, "Next time I'll kill them." The 2 begged for mercy. "Even if Cao Cao kills our families, we dare not return again," and fled in shame. Liu Bei then divided his forces. He and Zhang Fei held Shao Pei. Guan Yu garrisoned Xiapi, placing the 2 ladies there as well, while other officials defended Shuzhou. When Liu Dai and Wang Zhong returned to Cao Cao and reported that Liu Bei had not rebelled, Cao raged. "Useless fools! Why keep you alive?" He ordered their execution. Thus ends this chapter. The fate of the 2 will be seen in the next. Summary. This chapter shows how Liu Bei, caught between Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, followed Chundeng's advice to rely on Zheng Xian's prestige and successfully secured Yuan Shao's intervention. Yuan Shao gathered a great army and issued a proclamation denouncing Cao Cao. Cao Cao used false banners to mislead Liu Bei, sending Liu Dai and Wang Zhong, but Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, with wisdom and valor, captured them both. Liu Bei treated them with leniency, showing his righteousness, but though they reported Liu Bei's loyalty, Cao Cao still executed them. The chapter highlights Liu Bei's combination of strategy, benevolence, and the martial prowess of his sworn brothers, while foreshadowing the great clash between Cao and Yuan. Knowledge points. 1. Authenticity of Wang Zhong and Liu Dai. In the novel, Yuan Shao's side sometimes has generals like Wang Mo and Liu Pai, but historical records such as records of the 3 kingdoms mention only Yan Liang, Wen Chou, Chunyu Qiong, Shun Pei, and others. Some characters were likely fabricated by Luo Guanzhong to create dramatic captures by Guan Yu and Zhang Fei. 2. Brotherly unity of Guan and Zhang. The novel emphasizes Guan Yu and Zhang Fei working together to seize enemy officers, echoing the oath of the Peach Garden and their reputation as invincible brothers. In reality, historical sources seldom record them fighting side by side in such dramatic fashion. This was artistic embellishment. 3. Exaggeration of forces. The novel often claims Yuan Shao had 700,000 men and Cao Cao only 70,000, creating a sense of few defeating many. Historically, though Yuan Shao's forces were greater, scholars estimate them at 100,000 to 200,000, far less than the inflated figures.